I would like all of you to know we're not in this together.
Did you turn on the video yet? I'm angry, Willie, this week. Eric, did you turn on the fucking video?
Trying something new out here. I'm
gonna be pissed about everything.
You're like angry but still smiling.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I'm so confused. I don't know what to do.
Work on my angry face. I know.
That'd be really confusing for a dog.
I know, right? Are you doing bits? I don't understand bits.
I think what's my owner doing? I don't know.
No, you get it.
He's doing that bit where he doesn't feed me and he smacks me around. This sucks.
He's so sarcastic. I don't even know what sarcasm means.
That's just my guy. That's how he is.
It's so funny. Always running bits. He didn't let me inside for a week last week. It's hilarious.
Because most dogs don't ever think you dislike them. Probably they're like, no, I'm just in trouble.
Yeah,
or they're acting. This person's acting erratic or weird or something.
Yeah, dogs think you're always kidding.
Yeah, until you're not kidding.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. We're doing dog fights. Ha ha ha. I get it.
I don't know. Larston chewed up some shoelaces out of one of my shoes. He's done it a few times recently, and when I come back and I just when I find the shoe, he goes and hides. He's like, oh damn it!
I know. I
yeah, I know. That was my bad.
It's funny that dogs eat shoelaces. Like everything in the animal world, you wouldn't want to eat that's shaped like a shoelace. You know what I mean? It's not really a good. It's not a good survival instinct at all.
There's not a lot of
eating shoelace shaped things.
Yeah.
Like it's either snakes or poisonous worms or something like that.
It's just him letting me know.
I don't know if they're poisonous.
He's
They're
got
gross.
no wolf left in him.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, hey,
I've been completely domesticated.
I am helpless. Please let me stay inside.
Anytime outside, if I'm not connected to you, I'll run into traffic. I'll die. I'll die if there's not. I'm like dogs are like astronauts. Like they need that leash, or they just go forever and die in something.
Just go until they find a new planet.
Yeah, until they run out of food and water and die in the abyss of space. But they can do that on Earth.
Dog gets tired 5 miles away. It's just like, I don't know this neighborhood. This sucks. I hope someone comes looking for me.
My dog used to run away all the time, but he'd always find his way back, which was it was kind of heartwarming. I don't know.
Yeah.
Dogs don't have GPS. So they got to memorize stuff probably. Because it can't be smell.
Scent. It is partly smell.
You can smell your way home.
I mean, it's some of it. It's I
don't buy it.
They
can barely see. I don't buy it.
They see pretty good, actually.
I remember in Rugrats it was black and white, and I was like, this is science at this point. I'm gonna remember this forever.
Yeah,
I see black and white.
I grew up thinking that too. I think I'm pretty sure they do see some color, but it's just not the same as we see color.
Yeah, it's probably way
but they
doper.
see something.
Probably all tie-dye.
It's all trippy.
It's all fucking awesome. You're like, man,
that'd be great. We've all been thinking they see just everything super dull, and meanwhile they're just on an acid trip the whole time.
I know. That's why they get all big-eyed at you.
Yeah.
So you're like, holy shit, dude. Your lines are moving like crazy, man. Your outlines are loose.
You need to slow your movement down. yeah. It's like when you're doing shrooms or something, and they kick in, and you're staring at your phone. Everything gets brighter and a little bigger and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay. I think my pupils just dilated. I'm gonna put this thing down.
You ever stare at your face on acid, in the mirror? You know what I mean? Your eyes start swirling around your face. Mm-hmm. And you're like, this is weird, dude. It doesn't actually look like that, but anywhere you look on your face, all your other facial features move. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It moves. That's how it is for me.
It moves the way the Facebook 3D pictures move. The fake 3D
stuff. I have Schrodinger's face. You know what I mean? Wherever it moves, it goes somewhere else. Or no, that's the other one. That's the other guy. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I wanted to go with
it was a very heady joke.
I know. That's why I went with it. When I just don't get the reference like that, I'm like, I'll just go with it. Maybe
I'll just laugh. He might be right.
I feel bad.
No, dude,
I don't get it.
It's the Heisenberg theory. Do you ever know about that?
Yeah, Heisenberg theory. Where drugs are better when they're colorful.
Yeah, where Bryan Cranston reinvented his career. It's the Heisenberg theory.
When you go, bald people are bad.
I think it's like if you're ever, it's like if you look in an area, it's impossible to test a thing in motion because by testing it, you're putting it in motion. And that's my face on acid.
Wow, okay.
I can't, wherever I look, I can't look at my face on acid because wherever I look, it moves my face. That's how it is on acid.
Whoever created this theory is on acid. I think.
For sure. Or they're they're studying a lot of little atoms or something. Little tiny things. But yeah, dude, I got Heisenberg face on acid. There we go. I got to the joke.
I don't know if
I took the long way, but I got there.
Yeah.
I took the scenic
Season
route to
5,
this joke.
I got to...
I took the one.
I'm honestly not sure you got to
all the way to road. All the way to Joketown.
Yeah.
I took the Pacific Coast Highway.
No, you didn't, because PCH has a nice view the whole entire
That
time.
had a good view, dude. We got the whole Heisenberg thing. You
lost.
learned something, and I got there eventually. So
No,
I wouldn't be upset about it.
No one learned anything. What's
I know
the thing
great
called?
people of the internet loved it.
What's the theory called? Schroeder?
No, it's Heisenberg. We already talked about this. Now you're repeating.
It is
stuff.
Heisenberg?
Yeah, it's the Heisenberg theory. I was right about that.
Okay. I thought you were just still joking.
No, I was serious. No, I go down a lot of Wikipedia holes, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
I can
a lot.
tell.
I fucking, and they'll be like crazy jumps too. Like I'll be fucking reading about like the Great Wall of China, and it'll somehow get into like the Shriners. I'm like, ooh, what are these things? And I'll spend like hours just going on Wikipedia, dude.
At least you kind of retain it. I mean, that's good.
Yeah.
I think
it's good.
maybe.
Nobody gets stoned and reads except for me, dude. I get
That's
really
not true.
stoned and I read, but I don't read anything good. I read
Yeah.
Wikipedia. I read like
Right.
fucking just
So-
it's like pulp information, dude. It's crazy. There's just no point to it.
It
It's
also
just bullshit.
might be wrong. Like,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
the whole other
It's
thing
also
is,
like maybe lies,
Yeah.
but I'm like, this is fact. I take it as total fact.
That's the bad thing. No rabbit hole on the internet leads to more and more truth. It always leads further and further away from what reality
because
is.
truth is always so boring to read. You ever
Yeah.
read like the bylaws of like the EU? That's all truth. That's boring. What's way more fun is watching some crazy guys like Brexit is a conspiracy to move to the moon. Like, there's probably no reading. I probably have to read it all to hear this. That's what I like.
Dark Side of the Moon's aliens are on it. Actually, the moon's an alien spaceship.
Yeah.
That's hollow.
Guess how many documents you have to read to learn that theory? 0.
Yeah.
There's no words. You have to read the title of a YouTube video, and you're like, all right, I'll let this guy talk at me for 20 minutes.
Yeah, they're hoping you have very little understanding of anything.
Yeah.
Like that's the whole thing. They're like, then they just need to sound smart. It's the whole thing with just like you saying it's the Schroeder thing. I'm like, sure, that's probably funny if I understood what that was, but I don't because I'm an idiot.
Yeah, exactly. And that's with me on Wikipedia. I'm like, this is probably true if I don't know anything. Well, I, as a dumb guy, am going to take this as truth because I don't know anything. Like, there's no placeholder information here. You know what I mean? It's empty. When I read, like, the Shriners built the Great Wall, I'm like, well, I don't know who built the Great Wall. So, boop, there it goes. That's where that
the
piece
Shriners
goes.
were.
Like, doesn't matter.
Shriners wore those red caps, didn't they?
I don't know, dude.
No?
They don't have
What do you
pictures
mean?
on Wikipedia. What I mean, it's all words.
Why are you looking at me like I'm an idiot? You're the one who just said you read
It's
about
like you've
them.
never been on Wikipedia. It's
I've been on Wikipedia. There's at least some
like
pictures.
you've never
There's
cheated
at
on a
least-
high school test.
Well, for me, I don't think I had Wikipedia yet. Or
Oh yeah,
it was
that's
right
true,
at the
dude.
end.
Yeah, that was
So, but yes, I've cheated on all sorts of tests in multiple ways. You don't even know how hard cheating
back in the
was.
day.
Jeez.
Yeah. Back in my day, we'd have toilet paper. We'd all have to write the answers on.
Yeah.
We'd all go to the same bathroom.
Back when I did research papers, we weren't allowed to quote the internet. We weren't allowed to use anything. You had to have it in a published book or it did not count.
And then they put all the published books on the internet. And then
Yeah.
it was like, we're done with these.
Done, did
Fucking
it.
throw these out. Throw
Yep.
these dumb books out. We have Wikipedia.
And you realize you're like, I can just make up a publication. I don't have to. This is stupid anyway.
I can just get on the internet and say the Shriners built the Great Wall of China. And
Yeah.
everyone's going to be like, maybe.
You know who's not checking my work on a research paper? The teacher. The teacher's not doing shit.
Yeah, exactly.
They're going to go through fucking 150 students and check all of their essays.
I remember Wikipedia was like the only thing people would check too. Like teachers would check. They'd be like,
Really?
they'd be like, well, I know Wikipedia exists, so as long as they didn't steal from Wikipedia, you're in the clear.
So they just go there and make sure you didn't plagiarize.
Yeah, pretty much. But
Not
you
even
could get your
like-
information from
Yeah.
there. That
They're
was
just like,
totally
Did you
fine.
rewrite it?
Yeah. Well, because everyone was learning the internet. It was the Wild West. It's still the Wild West in the internet, but it was like the very early Wild West. It was
Yeah.
like the frontier when I was there, dude. It was fucking...
It's like the Wild West if the Wild West had everything.
Yeah.
Instead of like nothing.
This is the Wild West now. There's like a couple towns. There's a little bit of laws here and there. Back in the day, dude, it was like fucking. You could just buy a kid and lie on your tests, like on the same page. It was a nightmare. Yeah, the internet sucked.
You still do that now, but it just takes a little more effort.
Yeah, it's a little hard. You can't do it in certain places, like the Wild West. You know,
right? You have to go to a certain Wild West town.
You can't just do it anywhere.
Like, hey, this town has a sheriff now.
It's not like it's hard to do those things, but it's like a little bit more difficult.
You can buy a kid, but it has to be from the original owner.
Yeah, and if you go back to the site that you visited, you might get hung or something. People will hang out to dry. I don't know.
Yeah, you can still buy kids today. It just has to be from whoever has the kid.
Yeah,
it has to be from the original birther of the child.
Yeah, exactly.
You need papers.
Can't go to a fire department and be like, that one.
The firemen?
Yeah. No. Like, remember how people used to leave babies at fire departments?
Yeah, that's
so
weird.
dumb. There's
Why?
Orphanages.
Yeah.
Those exist. Like you leave a fire at an orphanage. And like, they screwed up again. They mixed it up again.
That's what they thought at the orphanage every time, or the church every time.
Did I leave that baby
lit dog shit on fire?
I left that baby at the fire department. That must have. Oh no! And it cuts to the orphanage is on fire. I left the fire at the orphanage. That's what it was.
At least my baby is safe.
At least the baby made it to the.
It's gonna grow up. It's gonna grow up disheartened and probably feel bad about itself. But yeah. It's safe.
I feel like if you leave a baby at a fire department, you can't be mad if your son becomes the fire dog.
Yeah.
And get him Rufus, and it's like a guy. Ruh, 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 ruh. Yeah, we just thought it'd be funny if we raised him as a dog.
We thought it'd be funny if
we didn't have a Dalmatian. We kind of just like wanted to play around with stuff. I don't know. People just left a kid here. We don't have any responsibility to this.
We don't have a lot of fires in this town, so we're very underfunded.
We're kind of bored around here.
We're ramen noodles mainly. We're all malnutritioned. And
there's no law. There's no law that says if you leave a kid at a fire department, they have to do anything good with the kid. Yeah. It's just kind of ours. So yeah. Say to Rufus, he sleeps on the ground.
Leaving it at the fire department, leaving a baby at the fire department is basically like, I don't know what to do with this, but firemen are good people, right?
Yeah. Leaving a baby at the fire department being like, I don't know what to do with this, and I also don't know how anything works in the world. Anyway, I'm going to drive on the wrong lane of traffic, and that'll be my tragic end or something.
They throw their cigarette out the window into some dry brush as they're leaving. Thanks, firemen. You handle all of my problems.
He throws a cat in a tree. He throws a cigarette out. Fuck you, fire department. Take my baby, too, you piece of shit.
I hate the fire department. The guy who left me, who made this kid, was a fireman. That's actually the real reason. Maybe back in the day when the fire department started, firemen were notoriously known for like leaving their families.
Yeah, they're just like, damn you.
He's like,
my daddy was a fireman. He was a piece of shit.
The woman's just like, I fucked some fireman at the fireman's ball. I don't know which one it was. Someone in this department. Where's I guess it was probably hard to look up where the orphanage was, a while ago. It's not now, but before the internet.
I guess if you're driving around, you're like, I've never really seen
I don't know where an orphanage is.
Yeah, right. I couldn't tell you. I would go to a homeless shelter. That's where I drop my kid off. I would totally be wrong about it. Is this an orphanage? It's like kind of for adults.
The homeless people are like, we also are going to raise your kid as a dog.
No, we're going to raise your kid as a fireman.
It's going to make us some money.
It's going to be crazy.
Yeah. Go off and do good for the homeless community. You're a fireman now.
I know. Well, because like orphanages are just like apartment buildings. Like I don't think they're
fucking. They are?
I like whenever I see them in like movies. I don't know.
Yeah, I know that. I don't think I've seen one in person ever.
Yeah.
Like maybe they don't. Maybe they're not real.
Maybe they're not real.
It's a movie.
They all speak German. It's all just fake shit.
It's a movie myth, like Flying or something.
Yeah.
Like what? No, orphanages aren't real. Yeah, you drop your baby off at the fire department.
What do you mean orphanarium. Go to the fire department like the rest of the fucking people. Orphanarium, that doesn't even sound like a real word.
That sounds like something in between where you drop kids off in a museum or something. Like
yeah,
fucking,
exactly.
where dogs are, like a pound.
Yeah. Orphanarium,
Babies
that sounds like where
around.
plants are. Is that an arbitrarium or an orphanarium? It doesn't matter.
I've been to the orphanarium. The sea reefs they're beautiful. I love the stingrays.
Yeah, they got a killer whale at the orphanarium.
It's just the Nirvana baby.
Yeah.
That's how they got the picture.
Yeah, I've never seen an orphanage. It's always like mean nuns. I don't think we have nuns anymore either. Nuns are a thing of the past.
You know what? The only place I've ever seen nuns, the airport.
I know, right?
It's so weird.
And the only time I meet orphans is in comedy. It's weird. It's only in like a jokey, kidding setting. I don't even think even my orphan friends. I don't even think you're orphans. No way. I call bullshit.
They're like slightly orphans.
Yeah.
They're
Just say your dad and mom were 2 fire department guys or firemen.
They're orphans the same way I was homeless when I was couch surfing. You
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
They're like, yeah, sorta, I guess.
Yeah. Well, orphans exist, but they're all raised by firemen. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. I'm sorry. Orphans totally exist, but no one. I don't know. Foster families? That sounds fake.
To be like an orphan is someone whose parents are dead, right? I think that's
so.
an actual
I think
orphan.
Yeah. So yeah, you can be just an abandoned kid.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Yeah, then you're at the fire
Then you're
department.
like,
I can't wait to leave to meet my real dad. I hear he's a he's a fireman in another town.
You're like a wishful orphan. You're like, maybe my parents are dead. I
sure hope my parents are dead. And I can keep living at this cool fire department.
I sure hope my parents are dead. Otherwise, it's really mean that I'm at the fire department. This is crazy.
Yeah. If your parents aren't dead, you gotta live with the police. It's way less fun.
You just parents' house is on fire and you show up with the fireman in the truck.
Mom? Dad?
Do it. I know those people. I recognize them.
Wait a minute.
Where are you going?
Thank you, son. We knew we would set our house on fire, and years later, and that's why we left you at the fire department, so you could come save us. Very
we'd
selfish.
We'd be reunited.
Why didn't you just raise me? I didn't really think about that. I didn't really get that far.
That didn't seem like an option at the time for some reason.
Everyone's like, go to the orphanage. I'm like, that doesn't sound like a real place.
You mean the orphanarium? Is that?
Yeah, orphanarium. That's all. Either way.
I'm gonna leave my kid with the fish.
Well, it's like anywhere that eats like every time I hear about orphanariums, it's like porridge and English-speaking people, like fucking,
all
like
over
people with
Twist.
English accents. Yeah, exactly. I don't think, literally just Oliver Twist. That's all I think about.
Orphanages exist in old British literature.
Yeah, exactly.
And nothing else.
Like orphanages and Willy Wonka's chocolate factory exist in the same universe to me. It's the only place. Magic candy factories and orphanages are. It's a yin and yang world.
You grow up in an orphanage and you try and make your way into the chocolate factory. I think. I don't know.
Oh man, dude, I was eating a kid's pack of jelly beans earlier, dude. A kid flavored jelly beans insinuates that there's adult flavored jelly beans. Which is really funny to me.
Like, here's a 9 to 5. You're like, what's that taste like?
This tastes like fear and sweat. There's definitely adult flavored jelly beans.
Every jelly bean in here is bitter. Welcome to being an adult.
Yeah, these are adult flavored jelly beans. It's like, shut up, jelly beans. Don't tell me that there's adult cinnamon's an adult flavor. Get the fuck out of here.
Jelly beans are.
Don't try to convince me. Adult flavored jelly beans.
Jelly
Buttered
beans
popcorn is an adult. Get the fuck out of here.
They're one of the most childish snacks. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Candies.
That's like saying like an adult scooter. No, it's not an adult scooter.
Yeah.
It's all kid scooters that you can choose to ride as an adult.
Maybe you up the weight limit or something.
Yeah. This is a Barbie for 30-year-olds.
Yeah. These jelly beans are sugar free.
These are diet jelly beans. Yeah. Oh, you're eating regular I'm on diet jelly beans.
Like, dude, if you're on a diet, you should eat anything other than jelly beans.
Jelly beans on a diet.
It's like the old milkshake diet.
This is Jelly Bean Zero. It's all the flavor of jelly beans with none of the calories.
this
You should just stop eating childish snacks.
This is crystal jelly beans. They're the same, but they're clear.
Yeah.
But
This is cocaine. I do cocaine now, like an adult. There we go. Finally.
Yeah, at least ground up your jelly beans and snort them up your nose like a real adult.
Yeah, exactly. If you still eat jelly beans as an adult, you should just do adults. Like, you should try cocaine.
Yeah,
You'll have more fun.
Yeah, jelly beans for adults are like, you haven't done any good drugs yet, have you? You can feel and taste all these flavors.
Yeah. Jelly beans for adults. You didn't move back in with your mom. Your mom moved in with you. That's their slogan.
Adult Jelly Bean. The Adult Jelly Bean Co.
Yeah. It's a different company.
We make only
adult jelly beans.
And Jelly Belly's like, we got to make sure people know we're not a part of the adult. We don't trust them.
It tastes like breakup. I hate breakup flavor.
There are a bunch of orphans who didn't taste good things as a child.
Yeah. You just make my heart hurt. Oh, that's every kind of jelly bean because I'm really old.
You're just getting
sugar's bad for me
heartburn.
Yeah.
Like, does your chest feel like it's closing in on you whenever you eat kid jelly beans?
Yeah, try adult jelly beans.
Kid jelly beans.
Adult jelly beans is like the gelatin they serve in old folks' homes. That's what adult jelly beans is. Like there's pieces of pear in it and shit. It's gross.
Yeah. Jelly beans are when you make like regular beans and you put jelly on them.
Yeah,
because you have dementia.
Yeah,
like, I don't know how food works anymore.
It's lima beans with jelly. Yeah. Gross.
Making some jelly beans like I used to enjoy as a child. You're like, all right, you have to stay in the home, Grandma.
Yeah. Those are Jelly Bellies. Like, all right, take your shirt off. Get over here. No, it's not. No, it's a brand. Oh, okay, let me put it on the fire. No.
Go put this fire at the orphanage.
I haven't branded anyone in a long time. But all right,
honey, go get my brand out of the closet. Let's see if it still works.
Old Billy wants a brand.
I knew a girl in high school who got branded. Instead of getting a tattoo, she got a brand.
That's usually like a college thing. That's not really a high school thing.
I think she was.
What is she in?
I think she was held back a couple of years, actually.
Yeah.
She looked really big. And
did she
old,
join a frat or something in high school? Why is she getting branded?
I think it was a George Strait tattoo, a country singer.
And it was a full brand of George Strait.
Brand, like a round brand.
That seems right though. A country singer and a brand.
Yeah,
that seems right. You know.
She's
be weird
like,
if it was like
stood
I got
next
a
to
Van
the
Halen brand.
Yeah.
I got a Tupac Shakur brand. Like I don't think they make those.
A Van Halen brand is a mushroom stamp. He came on your back and stamped it into it.
Yeah.
Stamped it
Van
into
Halen brand. Van Halen did that to you after they banged you in the ass.
It doesn't stay, but it's just his handprint on your ass. It's one of the famous Van Halen brands.
That's wild. She got a brand. Was it like detailed?
No,
it's just an outline.
It's just like it was. I think a G and an S or whatever, and like the circle around it. So
that could have been just any rancher, really. We don't know if it was.
Yeah, I don't know if she got a proper George Strait fucking brand.
Yeah, it's George Strait, and really it's Greg Stamos, the rancher down the road, who fucking
still to this day the only person I've ever heard of actually getting a brand, and she tried to convince me that it's like a normal thing that people actually do, like a belly button ring, you know, just No, those aren't the same thing.
No, I've never seen that again.
I've seen so many belly button rings. I've never seen anyone.
Every time I've seen brands, it's because they had them in college. It's like a frat thing.
Really?
So like getting a brand on your own.
Have you
like,
actually
I feel like you
seen
get
it though, or is this another movie thing?
I've seen plenty of people with the brands, like the fucking on here or something. I see that a lot. But
I've seen people who have been burned.
I've seen that.
Mark.
Yeah. There's a good frat in Maui that everyone joins. Where it looks like it's just cigarette burns all down your mark. I've never been in, but
it's the Fight Club brand.
A lot of people are in this frat back where I'm from.
The broken home.
Yeah. You have to do it to yourself. And nobody tells you to.
Yeah.
You just kind of got to do it.
You have to hate your dad to be in this frat.
You got to want to do it. It's actually really good for covering up track marks.
Dude, I bet
if you burn yourself with a cigarette on.
I bet kids who have cigarette burns from their dad really wish their dad went out to get cigarettes and never came back. Like, man, I really wish this had been a lie.
Yeah.
He actually went and came back with the cigarettes. Sucks.
Yeah, but getting a brand, at least in a frat, you're getting it with other people. It sounds like she went alone, and she was like, 1 brand, please.
Yeah, it sounds like she's probably still alone.
Yeah, probably. Unless she met George Strait. George Strait would have been like, you got my brand? Oh, my God.
It almost sounds like she bought the, brand herself and just, went to a tattoo artist or to someone and was like, hey, will you heat this up and then just stick it into me? And they're like... Are you serious? Yeah, I'll give you money. And they're like, yeah, sure, whatever.
All right. You know how to clean it? I'm like, no, I don't. I'm like, well, we don't either. Like, that's fine.
You don't have to clean brands. They're like
they're cauterized.
They're like the metal what are those skillets?
I don't think that's how cauterization works. I think cauterization is about blood. I don't know. Who cares? Throw it on me.
The cast iron skillets, you're not don't wash
you
these.
don't use soap. No, the flavor is retained if you don't use soap. Flavor.
yeah, the real flavorful. If you can lick my side and it tastes good now.
Yeah, there's a lot of salt on this brand I brought. I've seasoned it.
All the other people.
It's been well seasoned.
Oh man, tastes like dying for acceptance. All the other people who got these brands.
And George Strait is like that's a niche country artist too. That's not like a Luke Bryant or something like that.
Yeah.
That's not a big country artist. That's like some punk rock country shit. Like, you really like George Strait. That's getting the fucking,
I think getting a brand to anyone's like, you really like.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, it seems like some local fandom, hardcore kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like I feel like punk kids would get brands of their favorite unknown band, not
that's true.
Country.
And probably
country
in high
girls
school before they could get tattoos.
In high school. Exactly.
I can't get a tattoo, but someone can heat up metal and stick it into me.
But I got a friend with a microwave, and he doesn't know how metal and microwaves
and you're also not saying that. And he's a fucking idiot.
Neither of us know how it works, actually, so we can just throw it in there.
It's his parents' house, but he lives there by himself, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Or it's a bunch of 20-year-olds who bought a house. They're just destroying it.
Oh, man. I remember those sketchy punk houses. I stayed at several of those.
Didn't you own one?
Mine wasn't that sketchy, but I did. It was...
No, you destroyed it in the end. Yeah. That's what it was.
We destroyed it in the end, having a hardcore show. It was a fine house before that, and everyone who lived there had a room.
Yeah. It wasn't like 3 people sharing the living room and shit. You're like,
no.
Ugh.
I did it correctly, but that's why we couldn't afford it.
I remember those houses, parties had to end because someone who lived in the living room was tired.
Those are always the best.
It was like, I have work tomorrow. Well, you have a job, you live in a living room. What are you doing? Take it easy. Sell drugs like everyone else in this house. What the hell's wrong with you? It's always the one guy trying to get out of the house, in those houses.
Dude, when my band would stay at houses like that, we'd be like, I got dibs on sleeping in the van tonight. Our van is so much cleaner.
I know we've been sleeping in it in rest stops for the last week, but this is better than fucking this place.
Dibs on van. When a house smells worse than the tour van, that's not good.
Yeah, dude.
It's like, I'm going to die from whatever I'm inhaling in here.
I went to... that house when I was growing up one day, and people were like, yeah, don't use the bathroom. Uncle Chemo shit on the walls. On the walls?
Is Uncle Chemo a penguin? What is that?
What is it? Did he fucking wipe? Did he lather himself up and wipe himself on the walls?
Dude, it's hard to...
How do you shit on the walls? Did you do it on purpose?
Yeah.
Was he like, hey guys, sorry, but I shit on the walls on accident?
I feel like anyone with a powerful enough shit to shit into the water and splat on the walls, their ass also covers the entire toilet.
Yeah, exactly. They're not fucking...
Nothing's getting out of there.
Did you reach in there and fucking finger paint? I don't know. It's fucking nasty. But yeah, that shit was always happening. And there was always that guy who was like, I work in the morning and I can't wait to move out one day. He'll never move out.
No. It's really hard to move on from living with a place that has shit and blood and piss on the walls. Like, at least get it on the floor.
Yeah, right. Like, I know you're a hard worker, but you do too much Xanax to move out.
He's like, well, I shit onto the wall because I sleep on the floor in the bathroom.
What, am I going to shit on the ground? That's where I sleep. I don't sleep on the walls. What am I, a bat?
You're like, be homeless at this point.
Yeah,
be better off.
Just move out.
More clean, more clean,
More clean.
more clean.
Definitely not more cleanly.
No, more cleanly.
Yeah.
No, cleanly might be right.
Cleanliness. No.
More cleanly.
More cleanly. That's completely can't
more
be right.
cleansed. No,
No.
that's like that's like voodoo shit. That's the like what do you light on fire?
You're talking like you were raised as a dog.
I was raised as a dog. I was the youngest, so I got called the dog's name a lot. The dog got called my name. That's just what happens when the dog comes first in a household.
Yeah.
We got a dog because we thought we were done with kids.
Yeah. He got here first, and he'll be gone before you. So give him some respect. Give him some fucking respect.
So let's enjoy his time.
Yeah. We don't need you. We got enough of you. We'll get plenty more of you later, too.
And the dog dies and you get a new dog, and they're like, look at this cute puppy. You're like, when's it my time?
Yeah. We call him Eric. Damn it. Well, I don't know. It's always anytime I have to say I'm always like, well, that's the death knell of this podcast. That's like the fucking the death rattle, and like fucking that's like
or I don't know. It's like, dude, you could just say anything else.
Say nothing. Yeah.
Saying and I don't know is like, I want to be done. It's like when someone's on stage and they're like, what else should we talk about?
Yeah, and it was like, he only wrote that much time.
We should talk about you choosing another career.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, I did a 2.5 minute mic the other 2 minute mic the other day.
Hell yeah.
And someone
that's about as much time as you have that's funny,
time.
So.
And I killed it.
Yeah, goddamn right you did.
I crushed those 2 minutes.
Give him 3 minutes though. I don't know.
Yeah, then I'm gonna be like, I don't know, what do you guys want to talk about? Someone literally went, I don't have any. I think that's all I have. And I was just like, oh my god.
You did 45 seconds. I mean, I don't know. New people are new. That's what happens.
It wasn't even like they went fast and did a whole bunch of material in 2 minutes. It was like they didn't have a joke, and then they gave up on talking.
No, yeah, that's one of those things where it's like you definitely have 2 minutes, but you did a minute of it, and you're like, this isn't funny at all.
Yeah.
I'm just going to pull out. I'm just going to not do this.
Oh, man, this was so much funnier when I was telling my friends who all have to like me because, I don't know, they all live in my house or something.
Yeah. We all moved to LA to do stand-up, but none of us have ever done stand-up before.
Well, we're here. Now's the time.
I don't know.
I don't know. Now, yeah.
No, I think we're done.
Now I don't want to go back into anything more than that.
No, I think this has been how long has this been?
I don't know.
How long did we do?
33 minutes.
33 minutes? It always seems so much longer talking to you. You know what I mean? I always feel like we're doing this for hours.
We were talking
20
for
minutes.
a while before.
Fuck.
I mean, usually when you're like, all right, I'm good, it's usually at least 45 minutes.
That's true, yeah.
You rarely tap out at this point. But.
Yeah. No, I'm not tapping out. I'm good. I'm ready, dude.
No, you tapped out.
I tapped out. You're right.
I heard you tap out. It is hot. Again, I will give you that. We need to get some
hot.
sort of
I don't like talking
quiet
to you.
air.
It's fucking. I wish Larston was the co-host.
Oh man, Larston's hanging his head off the couch. He just hopes we're done soon, so we turn the air back on.
Yeah, right. It's like I wanna lick your
it
fucking.
Sucks in here.
Want to lick your belly and get the AC on. How's that for a jelly belly, Larston?
Larston wishes he was dropped off at a firehouse instead of
He'd be a good fire
picked
dog.
up here. He would be a good fire dog.
actually
He'd be
would
like, fire, it's that way.
Yeah, he'd be like, woof. Like, there you go.
Dude, what does a
He
fire
kinda
dog
just
do?
barks at fires. I think they just bark at fires. They make firemen more likable.
Yeah, they're like, hey, we know
They're like
we're
their mascot. They're more like mascots than anything else.
They're there to comfort the kids when the firemen are going.
They're like
trying to.
they're like
salvage their home.
Sublime's dog. Remember the Sublime
but
dog?
People only
kinda
like
like that.
Dalmatians when they don't know the Dalmatian. Dalmatians are shitty dogs.
Yeah, but I mean, still though, Dalmatians made an entire generation of kids like ska. So
I don't know.
say
if
what you
that's
want about
happened.
Dalmatians.
Yeah,
Nobody likes
Dalmatians-
ska unless you're in England. British people love ska. They're still all about it.
I can't remember the last time I saw a Dalmatian.
Me neither.
Like,
I've
everyone
also only ever
realized
seen
they're
them in
shitty
movies.
dogs, and are like, yeah, I don't want these. They're mean to kids. They like one person, and everyone else they're an asshole to.
Really?
Yeah, that's how they are. They're one person dogs, and then shitty to every other person.
Why would they bring them in fire department? There's like 20 people.
That's what
living
doesn't
in the
make
house.
any
That doesn't even
sense.
make sense at all.
Maybe they're like, the fire is your master. I don't know.
Yeah, I only have allegiance to the flames.
This might be another movie thing. I've never seen firemen with a dog.
Yeah, seriously.
That sounds made up.
I've never even seen a real Dalmatian. I've only seen Dalmatians on TV. Like
This was like before phones or something, and they just had a Dalmatian that they're like,
what's
go
funny?
find the fire. We don't care about this dog because he's an asshole.
Dalmatian sounds like a German word too.
It,
You know how
It
Germans
does.
aren't real?
yeah, that's true.
Germans aren't real, so clearly their dogs can't be real.
Dalmatian,
too.
not real.
Their dumb language. their dumb imaginary. Munich. That doesn't sound like
Also
a place.
not real.
That doesn't sound like a real place. I bet Dalmatians are from Munich.
Yeah.
But I bet Dalmatians are from Asgard. That's like saying the same thing.
Asgard sounds
Two
more
fake
real.
places. I know, yeah.
More real than
For
Munich
real.
to me.
I've seen just as many Asgards as I have seen Dalmatians in movies.
Yeah, and I've seen more movies about Asgard than I have about Munich.
Yeah, for real, dude.
Like a lot more.
There's like a whole series of them out.
Yeah. Asgard made billions of dollars.
Yeah.
Munich, what,
Munich,
a couple
maybe-
million?
I bet
Maybe
they've made billions of dollars
an
in their
award.
entire
Yeah.
existence. The entire existence of Munich. Asgard's made just as much money in 10 years.
No one's ever sad about being reminded about Asgard.
Yeah. No one's like, Munich is a people, not a place. Who cares? Who gives a shit?
All right. This
No, you're tapping out.
yeah. I'm trying to find an end now because we can't just keep spiraling like we do. our ends now are like 20.
Ooh.
Our ends now are like half.
Ooh,
The
I'm
podcast.
Eric and our ends are too long. Ooh, I know.
We're like, hey, the podcast's over, and people are like, all right, I'm going to turn it off. And then we
Yeah,
talk
we
for
just-
another 20
just ran
minutes.
over 20. I know, for real. But this is good.
We're going to waste good stuff eventually.
I think this is good stuff. We always get into something.
I'm
good
gonna
at the
go
very
have
end.
some
We
of the
get-
Kid Mix jelly beans that you were making
Yeah.
fun of. Kid Mix,
No,
really
they're
good mix.
I'm not saying they're bad mix at all.
I know.
I think they're the best mix.
They are the best mix.
Any other fucking don't give me.
That's because candy's
Like
for
the
kids.
adult mix has like lime in it. Like ugh. Who
Lime's-
likes these?
lime's not that
Who
bad
likes
of
lime?
flavoring.
Yeah, but no one's like looking for lime. No one's ever like, oh fuck yeah, Mike and I hope they have lime. No way, dude. Everyone
Well,
fucking
well, it's
lime
not-
is like it's like the step parent of candy. You know what I mean? You're like, fine, I guess. I guess if you're gonna be cool, fine. That's what lime is.
I'm telling you, some people like their step parents.
And some people like lime.
yeah.
And I don't like. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't. But it's always like, some people do like their step parents, but it'd be great, a nice strawberry original dad. Wouldn't that be nice? So this lime flavored new dad, he's fine. He's still candy, but he's not your original strawberry, nice red dad.
I don't know. Sometimes you get your original strawberry dad, and they put out their hots on you. Their hot tamales on your arm.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, this wasn't strawberry at all. I should have known. It's cinnamon flavored. The real adult candy. This is an adult feeling, just like this adult candy.
He's like, I wanted
this.
a dog or a fire at least. I'm gonna set this house on fire.
All right. Well, that's a callback. I
Parent
guess.
too lazy to drop you off.
Yeah, exactly.
Fireman's gonna come here and I'm gonna give you to him. All right, yeah, that's an ender.
Thank you, everybody. We got a I'm going to be in Ventura on Wednesday. Also, if anyone's in Ventura who's following the thing, come check it out at Ventura Harbor Comedy Club.
Once again, I may also be there, but not doing a spot, but I'm going to ask.
Eric might be hanging out.
I'm at the Roosevelt on, I think it's Saturday. It's the 13th.
On the 13th, right?
Yeah, 13th. That'll be fun. The Roosevelt in Hollywood.
I think that's Friday.
Really cool theater. Is it Friday?
Yeah, I think it's Friday.
Well, it's the 13th. It's Friday. It is Friday. It's
matter?
Friday the 13th. Duh, I know that. I might go get a cool Friday the 13th tattoo. Or a bad Friday the 13th tattoo.
They're always
a cool
bad,
one.
but they're cool.
Yeah, they're $13. What a cool little tattoo. And you're done in like 20 minutes.
I'm down. Let's do that.
Yeah, so we're going to go do that. And then I'll be at the Roosevelt Hotel in their theater. Daryl Hammond's on the show, and no one else important.
Yeah, I know. You might be the second biggest name on that. I saw the lineup. I'm like, really? The Roosevelt?
I'm at least the second best comic.
The Roosevelt Theater's putting on this. Okay. Looks like a fourth wall lineup, but all right. And then I'm at a Don't Tell Comedy on in El Segundo on Friday also.
Oh, yeah.
Which is the other direction. So,
yeah.
If you're down south, come see me. Though. If you're up north, come see Eric. It'll be a good ass time.
It's the same spot I ended up doing it at, and that place is a fucking great spot to see a show.
Fuck yeah.
That's so fun.
I can't wait. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. And then hopefully we'll have some other shows soon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then before I forget, August 23rd in Ma'alaya. If you're in Maui, please buy a ticket. It'd be great to see you. We'll hang out. Not please buy a ticket. I'm not desperate, but come buy a ticket. It'd be fun. We'll hang out. Come buy a T-shirt. Right? I am desperate to sell these T-shirts. Fine. Yeah. Someone wants to sell them for me for $600. I'm like, no.
He doesn't even have these T-shirts yet.
Yeah, buy a T-shirt. Buy a T-shirt when they come.
Make-believe T-shirts.
Because they're fucking. Because I'm only making $200 max on them. And then August 17th in Oahu also. So Hawaii, come see your fucking boy, dude. Come hang out. Yeah, that's it.
See you next week.
Bye, everybody. Thanks again for listening to the Two Dumb Babies podcast. If you enjoyed this, be sure to subscribe on Patreon at patreon.com/twodumbbabies, where you can get every episode for just $1 a month. Pretty good.